Like, signals help, but I don't think they tell you everything, because I think you're presuming that the person sending the signals is like a consistent, you know what I mean, like altruistic signaler or whatever, and it doesn't work that way, right? Sometimes they send signals that they don't intend to send, and sometimes they are sending signals that they intend to send but might want to take back later or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, people are complex. I don't think it's that simple. Even on your end by itself, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you were a perfect at reading people, like, it might not tell you all that you really need to know anyway. No, I never pressure anyone into anything like that. Yes, I understand, but it's not about pressuring them. It's about them knowing, independent of them, that that is what you are pursuing, right? Because then they know, hey, I'm not interested in being in a relationship with you. We can still be friends, and I'm okay with us being friends, and I'm okay with you pursuing that relationship, right? That's one outcome. Or the other outcome is, hey, I actually don't like it when you're pursuing this relationship with other people because I want to be in the relationship with you, right? It should be, in theory, a win-win for you, assuming that they're a good person. They could also be a bad person where they're like, no, I don't want you pursuing this relationship. And also, no, I do not want you to be in a relationship with me. I want you to be like strung along forever. That kind of person does exist, but I imagine that that is not the person that you're dealing with. Can you pursue other people? Because if you can, you should, to be honest. I'm not saying that you shouldn't spend the time that you're spending with them, but until you get something that says that you should be exclusive, you shouldn't be exclusive. I mean, you're not like out here, you know, smashing her or whatever. You're not even really dating, to be honest. You're just developing friendships and seeing if that friendship could be something more. That's not cheating. You know what I mean? There's literally no reason to be exclusive to anyone in that capacity. That's crazy. Nobody would expect exclusivity until you're dating, right? Like, that's it's weird to do that. And I think that pursuing other people like that would encourage someone to be exclusive with you, like nominally exclusive, which is what dating is, right? Which is what you're looking for anyway. Like, I understand why some people would accuse the moon landing of being fake, because that's a lot of effort to make something real. But like, can you imagine like somebody saying that a picture of the moon is fake? Like, bro, I can see the moon like every night, bro. Like, I could very easily take a picture of the moon. Like, why would do you know how much effort it would be to fake a picture of the moon? Like, from Earth? Like, bro, I have a camera. I'm just gonna take a real picture of the moon. The greater cause for the difficulty in this game is the fact that it doesn't auto restock your mega potions. You have to manually do that shit.
Well, I mean, it was with every other game as well, but
yeah, but it was easier to restock before is the difference.
I guess.
Before, in Monster Hunter World, absolutely it was easier to restock. You go to your item box or whatever, you press like one fucking button and it was like, refill your shit. I don't think I got a Rip Claw. Shit.
You gotta break his hands.
I fucking tried.
With a bow and arrow.
What do you want me to do? Use my dick?
Fucking, I need a napkin.
Brother, all I've got is my bow. That's all I've got. The Doshaguma's the Anjanath of this game, isn't it?
Doshiguma?
Doshaguma's like the first monster, like you encounter it as like an intimidating threat for the first time rather than a monster you're supposed to fight. I think Monster Hunter World did the same thing with the Anjanath originally. It's like, oh, wow, this guy's a badass. Now you just like dunk on him for free. Somehow there hasn't been a T-Rex monster until the Anjanath as well, I feel like. Unless you count Devil Joe.
Pickle. Yeah.
He's not the same. This is very clearly a T-Rex. That's a pickle.
You do have a no fun sticker.
No, you can have fun, but if you're having more fun than me, you are at risk of being banned at any given moment.
Nah.
It's at my discretion. Them's the rules. That's rule like number 2 or 3 though. Rule number 1 is don't cause problems for me. That's the most important rule.
I mean, they usually link together. to have more fun than you is to cause you problems.
What if I have more fun than you in secret?
That's fine. As long as I don't know about it, I don't care. You can secretly cause problems for me too. As long as I don't know about it, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that mentality.
Yeah. You can make me more miserable as long as I don't know about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Look, if there's
Just
no,
don't let me
if
know
I
about
don't,
it.
yeah, if I don't know about it, no harm done as far as I'm concerned. Go ahead, fuck up.
how was that attack directed towards me? I need a 5-page essay on that shit.
Oh God, he's a college student still. Send help.
He was attacking Zeph, and his fucking cipher brushed against me, and I lost half of my fucking health. Explain that shit.
He was attacking me, like, directly.
Oh, do you think they're gonna bring back Plesioth?
Probably never.
Yeah.
You
What?
can't bring
You
it
don't wanna
back
see
without
him?
it being true to form, and if it's true to form, people will riot in the fucking streets.
God damn.
You don't want his amazing hitboxes? You don't want to get hip checked?
It's only fair that he has his hitbox back, and that is not, that is a crime. That is a crime against humanity. People were upset about that Elder Dragon in the last game. I forget what his name is. Not the last game, Monster Hunter World.
Nargigante?
Yes, Nergigante. They were very upset about his hitboxes. And the Plesioth is way
I sure
worse than
was.
that.
Shit, though.
Apple says, see, when you are the oldest female growing up, make it your mission to like make sure the boys understand what you have to watch out for so they don't also be creepy. Desensitize them so that they aren't creeps. Apple, what do I do that's creepy? Apple, I'm asking for a friend. Theoretically, what does someone like me do that is creepy? Agatha says it's more common than you think. Yeah, my sisters did that to me all the time. Interesting. Okay, Agataza also, same question. What do you mean? Apple says, don't worry, Panda, you're just awkward. I feel like I knew that. And yet, reading it, I would be equally helpless in that situation as like if you were like, give me like cough medicine, where I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna get the one that says cough medicine on it. You know what I mean? Like that's, I don't know what the fuck medicine looks like. Apple says, I mean, ladies in those stores are normally quite helpful and open. I guess so. I guess so. I haven't had the displeasure of speaking with any of them, but I imagine it would be something like they smile too brightly and I'm like, I am leaving. You know what I mean? Like, listen, you're doing too much. Like I'm on the edge of the abyss right now, and if anything goes even remotely wrong for me, I'm leaving. Hey, why aren't your fucking plates noted? Ah. Okay, so they definitely do have poison, but I'm not poisoned, so I guess it's fine. Ah, fuck. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, it hurts so bad. Oh, my God, why? What the fuck? All right, don't stand in that. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Why was that so painful? All right, well, it's got a slow ass animation. Ah, fuck. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Okay. It's got a slow ass animation, so just pay attention. Why is it so fucking painful? No, please. All right, lesson learned. Run for fear of God of that attack. Jesus Christ. Like, oh, that doesn't seem so bad. It's just like a slow ass fireball thing. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, dragon head. Oh, God. boy, that Daft Punk Panda. We're stretching because it's early morning vibes at the moment. I don't know if you're aware, but it's a Saturday, and that is almost a crime. It's not that early on a Saturday, I'm going to be honest, but when you went to bed as late as I did, you know what I mean? We shouldn't be up this early. That's fine. We'll get through it. Kind of, in some ways, we're kind of used to it because we just do this to ourselves all the time, but also we probably shouldn't, you know what I mean? Probably not correct. It's also partly just because I was also doing cooking. So I made the chicken daivan, like I said, and I tasted it and I was like, this tastes great. But I ended up dividing it in the casserole dish basically into like 2 equal halves. And for some reason to me, it made sense that instead of eating it, I should save it for today and tomorrow. I don't know why exactly, but I was like, I did a good job making this. I should eat pizza. So I ate a white sauce pizza instead yesterday. And it's about the first white sauce pizza that I actually enjoyed. So that's cool. That's a success in a way. Koya says, yo, what up? Hello, Koya. Hello, C-Nader. But it's a little weird. It's a little weird. You know what I mean? It's not like totally correct as well. I'm also not like super duper sure that like I cooked it enough, but I think it's probably fine. I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? I don't know how I would know for sure exactly. I think you need like a thermometer or something for that. But I'm pretty sure it's fine. We cooked it like a pretty long time. It was boiling for a while. You know what I mean? Both as like a full dish and also as like individual ingredients or whatever. So like it's probably fine. But it did occur to me at some point that it was like, you know, I don't really know that it's like done. It's kind of a downside about like cooking things in an unconventional way, like cooking things in a way that doesn't abide by a particular recipe or whatever. Like I was told what I needed to do rather than like advised to like follow these instructions, if that makes sense. So it is like very much a vibes thing at the moment for me. But I think it's like there. It's probably fine. I think. I'll find out, right? If I didn't cook it enough, I'll get super duper sick. And you'll know, oh damn, he didn't cook that all the way through probably. You know what I mean? I could probably afford to get like a little bit of salmonella or whatever, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could probably handle a little bit of it. Like, yeah, it's not that bad, right? How frequently does salmonella kill people? Probably not that deadly, right? Just a little bit of food poisoning, you'll just be down on your ass for a few weeks. Like, yeah, it's fine. Probably not even that long, right? Oh, what the fuck? I got another goddamn spool? What? It can hold 100,000? Jesus. Why? Why does it hold so much? Oh my god. That seems like really unnecessary. Like that's way more than you could possibly use. Koya says, I returned home temporarily some hours ago. And Koya immediately went and played drums. I fucked that up. And I massively improved, says Koya. Okay. That's kind of weird, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes taking a break from something is what you need in order to get better at it. But I don't know. It's okay. Cool. Boy says it's awesome. I had a blast. Zero says, and just like that, I'm back to waking up at 8:30. We are so back, baby. Zero, I'm so fucking tired. Hearing that you woke up at 8:30 makes me more tired somehow. I don't know why exactly, but hearing the fact that you are waking up in the morning is upsetting to me in a way that makes me deeply emotionally tired. Zero says, I woke up because a British friend of mine is playing Deltarune and I want to be there. Oh, what the fuck? I guess it's like a special occasion type thing. It's like, whoa, what? So me playing RuneScape isn't good enough for you? No, it's fine. Zero says, you know, shit's serious when Mr. wakes up at 9 p.m., wakes up at a reasonable time. Yeah, true. Zero says he's been gone for 2 months. He's a university student. So you're saying that I need you to go to university in order to earn your attention? Is that what it is? All right, fine. I understand. Mission is understood. Fine. In order to be good enough, I have to be developing myself as a person. Fine. I didn't realize that self-improvement was such an important mandate for you, but okay. There was like, and I didn't realize that you were such a jealous girlfriend. Like, Jesus, dude. Not that serious. Zero says, Lamau, yeah, sure. And play all your VR, play all your games in a VC chat with me? What? Oh, is this Panda Uni arc? I've been to university before. Just didn't go like extremely well. Koya says the university arc season 2. I don't care. Well, Koya's not even invested. Koya doesn't even care if I go to university. Koya's just here for the content. It's crazy. Zero says, I didn't go to university, but I did go to early college classes to get some certifications back in high school. Yeah, I entered university as like a junior technically. Like I had enough credits already to be considered a junior, I'm pretty sure. I just didn't like earn really any college credits while I was there. Like I was just fucking there for 3 semesters or something. Zero says, yeah, Panda's joining Streamers University. I fucking doubt that. Zero says, I'm not a sit in class and learn kind of kid. I held a solid 3.7 GPA. I'm more of a hands-on kind of person. I don't even know what my GPA would be. Probably fucking 0.7 or some shit. Like I wasn't doing very well at all. I mean, going into college, my GPA was fantastic, but in college itself, like I didn't do a very good job. Zero says we had a kid who graduated with a 1.4 GPA because of the No Kid Left Behind initiative in high school. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, I'm not sure what that actually means. I've never really met someone who had like that much of a problem in like high school or whatever. I feel like it mostly has to stem from like not connecting with the material, or like not connecting with the material either because you don't care or because like no one is like trying to like get you to learn, you know what I mean? One or the other parts. I don't think that anybody like is incapable of learning like high school level material. I don't think it's that difficult, you know what I mean? It's like definitely a failure of the system at some level. Like either the person is just like, nah, I don't want to, or the people around them are like literally not letting them succeed type shit. Like I really struggle to imagine that someone's like actually like can't get through the material, you know? Zero says it means I think the highest he ever did on a test in high school was sub 70. Zero says, nah, this is the same kid who made SAT just walked out. I mean, that could happen for a lot of reasons though. Like, that doesn't say anything specific by itself. It's definitely not a good thing, but like anything, there's a lot of reasons why that could happen. Zero says his reason was to rip his Benjamin. Yeah. Not the best reason I've heard. To walk out of a class. Senator says usually it's because they don't care or have parents that don't push or punish them for not trying. I don't know if that's usually the reason. That is definitely a common reason. Definitely. I don't know if the system failing people is more likely than people being uninvested. But it isn't like the content is so difficult that you couldn't learn it yourself, if that makes sense. Like if you truly wanted to learn it and you had the time and access to the material, you know, a textbook or whatever, like you could probably just learn it yourself even without anyone teaching it to you. So I do kind of intend to agree with, or I'm inclined to agree with you, right? But I don't think it's fair of me to say this is what it is like in a majority of circumstances, because I certainly don't know how that bears out in like the actual stats, you know? Cody says, all right, flopped into bed for a potential nap. That's crazy. Koya heard how tired I was and was like, you know what I can do for you? Sleep myself. I mean, honestly, I'll live vicariously through your naps. That's fine. Zero says, I'm very, you get what you give coded. So, I mean, yeah, but like sometimes it's like not quite that simple, you know? Like it's hard to be a person advocating for your intelligence or in your education when everyone around you is like, you're a failure and you'll never amount to anything and you're stupid and we shouldn't even be wasting time on you or whatever, right? Like if everyone treats you like an idiot, it's hard to be like the only one who's passionately pursuing your own career, your own intelligence. Like after a certain point, if everyone's treating you like an idiot, you're probably gonna stop trying. Because it's like, what's the fucking point, right? So like, I don't think it's quite as simple as you get what you give, because that kind of pattern can start for any reason, you know? And like you literally underperform on one test or ask a question the wrong way or something like that. And now suddenly you're cast as an idiot forever by, you know, the teachers or your parents or whatever, you know? I'm not saying that happens all the time, but definitely has happened before. You know what I'm saying? Well, it says you also do not get school stuff in your brain when you are unwell mentally and or physically. Yeah, it's definitely a factor, right? There's just like bad shit happening in your life in general. Zero says, see, I'd push through that. I'd push through in that situation just because I get happiness when I prove people wrong. I don't think you know what despair is. Because it's very easy to say that you'll lift yourself up by your bootstraps and like prove people wrong or whatever, but there are people who like genuinely feel like there is no hope at all. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you aren't one of those people, because depression is a thing, but depression and despair are not the same thing, right? And people who are experiencing despair are not just not trying enough, you know? Zero says, I love lifting myself up from my bootstraps. Literally impossible shit. Yo, what is up, the Undrafted? How's it going, man? We're talking about despair early this Saturday morning. Boy, says, LOL, I'm awake since, or you've been awake for a while. Kolya's been awake for a while and basically had a workout and lunch. My body is reasonably exhausted. Reasonably exhausted at like 4, not even 2 p.m. An early afternoon nap. Kolya's got like dad energy at this point. Zero says it's called mentally blocking despair and gassing up the good old God complex to make it through tough times. That's definitely developing a different mental illness. You're just choosing a different flavor of mentally like not engaging with reality. Zero says mental instability. Yeah, exactly. The Indraptor says wonderful. In a way, you know. I'm more tired than normal, so I'm definitely in the headspace to talk about despair. You know, now's the time for us to like figure this despair shit out. Kolya says despair. Yeah, been there, rough shit. Yeah, it's definitely not you know, like top 10 experiences. I would suggest not. Zero says turns I'm drowning into must be rain. These fools could never make me sweat. Did you just Roy Mustang? Kolya says more reasonably exhausted for my body. Chronic disabilities go burr. Well, every time something's like, oh, it's physically exhausting, Kolya's like, listen, I have a condition. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm a dumbass. It's fair. I'm speaking about it from the perspective of someone who doesn't have any particular medical things or preconditions or anything that I need to be worried about. You're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. Another Green Man mask. Yeah, you're right, Kolya. My bad. I should probably think before I open my fucking stupid ass mouth. No, I'm kidding. It's not that bad. Let's not throw a pity party. It's okay. But yeah, no, I didn't think about that at all. I was just like going to sleep before 4 p.m. even. Like, what are you doing? Zero says actually Obito Chihad. Zero, are you one of those people who based your entire personality off of an anime character? You can be honest. Because if you did, why would you choose Obito of all characters? Hear me out. There are better options. Zero says, nah, good. Zero says, my personality is based on a wild amount of book characters. Oh, okay. That's way less cringe. Oh, that is Spot. Hello. Points to Spot be adorable. You could be a fan of Spot or whatever, but he'll never hear you. Not without you being much louder, at least. Zero says an amalgamation of a bunch of book characters. I think that's like true for everyone's personality with regards to like, if you expand to like people in general, like you are just an amalgamation of like your experiences and people that you like and stuff. People that you like and people that you have endured and experienced. That's just kind of who you end up becoming. So you either become like someone or the opposite of someone, you know what I mean? By being exposed to them in some capacity. Zero says John Smith from I Am Number 4, Day from Legend by Marie Lu, and I used to think a tad of Thomas from Maze Runner. Nah, I've never read any of those. I do know about Maze Runner at least. Actually, I know what I Am Number 4 is as well, but I've never seen it. Is it weird that I Am Number 4 and the movie 9 are somewhat contemporary, even though they have nothing to do with each other? They're just like number movie names. The number 23. Movies with numbers in the name. Just like predominantly feature numbers, not just like have numbers, but you know what I'm saying? Like the like emphasis of the title happens to be a number for some reason. You know, just maybe Spock could lighten the mood. It did for Kolya. It worked for Kolya. He interrupted. Rob Nurgle says The Mighty Number 9. That's not a book. You're not tricking me. I know what that one is. That's an anime fan on prom night situation. Zero says I read the entire I Am Number 4 series in a year. Oh, there's a book series? I thought it was a movie. You did say it was a book thing that you were talking about, though, to be fair. But I believe there's like a movie that is contemporary to the release of the book or the movie 9, which is like an animated piece. Like Delta's like obsessed with that shit, as I recall. That's like one of his favorite things. Koya says reminds me of my mom who shouts her dog's name at the clinic to try and gain my attention from a floor above her station. What? Koya says she forgets I got my noise canceling headphones on almost 24/7, so that is totally in vain. She could just text or call, but no. What? I think you just said that your mom is an idiot. Is that what I'm supposed to gather from this? Rob Nurgle says their mom is an idiot. I mean, that's kind of what it seems like, right? Koya says she's confused but got the spirit. So you're saying the same thing that I'm saying, just like in a more polite way? All right. Rob Nurgle says Super 8. I don't think I know what Super 8 is. Zero says live stream reading Fahrenheit 451. The movie for I Am Number 4 is Ass Straight Cheeks. Fahrenheit 451? I don't think that that's open or public domain yet. And also, I don't know if I like care about Fahrenheit 451 enough. I think I read, maybe I didn't read the book itself. I know I read the graphic novel for Fahrenheit 451, but I don't think I actually read the book proper. But like, I get the premise of it, but I don't know if I care about the actual content of the book. You know what I mean? Zero says I read it in school. I remember the ending where they cook bacon at a hobo camp. Zero says, the main character isn't me and I am number 4. Zero says, I self-insert and become main characters hard when I read books. Yeah, I feel that way about basically all media, to be honest. I usually, like, it's very rare for me to watch a show or read something without liking the main character the most. It's very, very rare. Usually the main character is, like, easily my favorite of all of them. And it's, like, not close, just because I spend more time with the main character than anyone else. The Interrupter says, it's a bit dark, but my personality... Can you fuck completely off, dude? Jesus Christ. I fucking hate it when they're my goddamn way, dude. I hate that shit so much. Fucking random events during this fucking mini game, dog. You know what I mean? Alright, so I'm sorry. What were you saying? The Undrafted said, it's a bit dark, but my personality is based off the Joker from a series called Batman. He's a bit twisted in the mind, like me. Yeah, I'm all messed up. Just a glimpse into my dark reality, huh? That's crazy. I wouldn't consider my personality based off of the Joker. I can only imagine being, you know, a 2008 era teenager where it's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be the Joker. You know what I mean? That's gonna be my role model, Heath Ledger's Joker. Zero says, to me, crazy bread is just regular bread ass statement. Yeah, that's exactly what he was going for though. He was making it funny. He was making it funny. The Undrafted says a goofy movie is just a movie to a freakazoid like me. The Goofy movie isn't actually all that goofy. An extremely goofy movie is a little more goofy for sure. But it's not actually that goofy as far as like goofy movies go. Like I've seen way goofier movies than the 2 Goofy movies. Nurgle says 007. I wish I knew why you said things. I feel like you've got punchlines. I just don't get it. I got the first one. Wait, are you still talking about... No, you're talking about the thing I said originally. You're still on the same thing. I realize now. That's the through line. Your comments are all with regards to the same... You're talking about... You're naming things that predominantly feature a number in the title. Okay. Is there a 007 thing called just 007 though? Is that a thing? Isn't it like Goldfinger and Pussy Galore and Octopussy or whatever? Or maybe each of them are like 007 in or something like that? I don't think so. But maybe that is correct. Because it is like 007 GoldenEye, right? But that's mostly just like the video game that I happen to know. Open the thing. Thank you. I figured it out, Rob Nurgle. Don't worry. I'm stupid, but I'm not that dumb. I did figure it out. Caught up. Thank you. Oh, Snake. Hey, what's up, dude? Koya says she's confused, but she got the spirit essentially. And then Koya says, essentially, I'm above calling my mom an idiot, but that act wasn't smart. Like, I'll call a spade a spade. Zero saying that he read Fahrenheit 451 in school and remembers the ending where they were cooking at a hobo camp, but that's all he remembers though, and the burning of books for some reason. Yeah, basically. Zero says, Lamau, I thought you got really mad at the undrafted Joker joke. Me? No, I knew what he was talking about. I didn't know how to read it in a way that like would do it justice. You know what I mean? I guess I should have like read it like an edgelord teenager or whatever. You know, I personally love the Joker. Like I modeled my entire personality after the Joker. Heath Ledger's Joker is my fucking spirit animal. You know what I mean? I could have maybe done a little more in the read or whatever, but no, I was fine. I understood where he was going with it. Zero says 2008. Wow, Heath Ledger. That's so me. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. You have to says me too. No. You're good. You're good. That time I understood it was a joke and everything. I understood everything that time. Don't worry. I understand why you would have been concerned, Cam, because I often am dumb. But that time I got it. Don't worry. Trust. For once I was on the same page as you. Cnator says 451. Fahrenheit 451 TLDR. The government says books are bad, so we burn them. Man reads a book instead of burning it, realizes the government is controlling people. Stops burning books. Government attacks man for not following propaganda. Yeah, basically. Yeah, the hobos in that camp cooking bacon all are individuals who are, you know, dregs of society at this point and have a bunch of different books memorized is what ties into what Zero was saying earlier. They have like they called themselves like Ernest Hemingway and shit like that or whatever. Like he's got all of the like Ernest Hemingway books memorized. So if you want to know those stories, just ask him. He'll tell you. You know what I mean? Boy says, I saw someone a few days ago with his whole arm covered in the ha 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 tattoos. Guys, I've never seen The Dark Knight. I've never seen a Batman movie. Except for Batman Forever. The Batnivals one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jim Carrey and Jack Nicholson, I think. I've seen that Batman movie. And I don't think I've seen another Batman movie. Full stop. No Batman versus Superman. No Justice League. I haven't seen a live action Batman be Batman, period. Snakes is still a ninja. Yeah, because everybody just assumed that you got it, and that's why you got it. You're a fucking magician. Zero says, I've got an anonymous mask and hair long in case in the next few years with all the censorship, we might have an IRL V for Vendetta. Sure. I think it's a Guy Fawkes mask, though. I think that's the name that you want for that. It sounded like I gasped. That was a hiccup. Don't worry. Zero says, yeah, it is. Yeah. Zeros says, I pushed the guy with the ha 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 tattoo into traffic. Jesus. Zero says there was that one 007 movie called Skyfall. Yeah, that's true. Zero says, and I only remember because a song was made for it. Yeah. I think that was one of the Daniel Craig movies. No, why did I do that? It's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Zero says, no, I meant you're going to get the fuck out of here, dude. When you pushed somebody into oncoming traffic? Yeah, no, I kind of figured that you weren't like trying to make friends. I mean, you might were trying to make an isekai protagonist, but you weren't trying to make like a new friend that day. Zero says, from the event popping up, you should play the Batman games. They are great. People do like them, but I've never played a Batman game either. Maybe I will one day, because I've never played any of them, and I think they're all available on Steam. Like Arkham Knight, Asylum City, but not in that order. I think it's Asylum City Knight. And there's also the one in between. Boys has never watched a Batman movie either, or any DC or Marvel movie. It's pretty impressive to me that you haven't seen any, because I've seen some of those, even like pre-MCU. I've seen like Sony's Spider-Man, like Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire was bit by a spider, but me was a goat. You know what I mean? That That's basically like why I like Spider-Man, to be honest. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies. And like they are definitely worth watching, especially the first two. The third one's like less good, but first two, like they're pretty good movies. I definitely recommend seeing them. But they're like very much like movies. And that's the thing that's kind of like cool about them. They're like almost like a wrestling match in that it's like very much on a stage where it feels like the presentation of the movie is like dramatic. You know what I mean? It's not exactly like a comic book, but it feels staged like a comic book does, if that makes sense. Like they did a great job with the direction of the movies, and I didn't realize that at the time. Similar, there's like some Batman movies that like have like fucking weirdo like Alice in Wonderland, like Gotham looks like fucked up and like, you know what I mean? It doesn't look like a city at all. Like it's not grungy like the I don't know the name of that director. The Heath Ledger Batman, if you will. It doesn't look like grungy, you know what I mean? It's not like New Jersey or whatever. It looks like some kind of fucking weirdo Elseworld city, you know what I mean? Cody says, I just don't care for superheroes. Wow. I could never. But yeah, no, I've always liked superheroes. I don't really relate to that. You know what I mean? Zero confirmed that the Batman games are indeed on Steam. I was pretty sure that I'd seen someone playing Arkham Knight on Steam. So yeah, I was pretty sure, but I do appreciate the confirmation. Oh. I guess we should stop. Haha. That was a little close. Because I definitely wasn't like paying any attention to my shit. I was just gonna keep fucking going. We could go through and collect the rest of this shit. I don't think I care. You know what I mean? I think it's probably fine. All right. Well, this is my passion is anything fantasy and medieval. Superheroes are basically fantasy. Kind of depends on how you interpret fantasy, though. Unless you specifically mean like medieval fantasy. Hey, Oz. Oz is stopping by, working and lurking. Fair enough, man. Guess we can go through and mess with these bird nests. That'll take a little while. Kind of has to happen at some point, so seems like now's a good time. Not a terribly profitable endeavor, huh? Still technically necessary and all that. Oh, like necessary. I guess I could just drop them on the ground. Oh yeah, right. Each of those obviously take a slot, so it's a little different. Can I fuck this up? Yeah, fuck that up. It's fine. All right, there we go. Finished with that. There's a bunch of shit that we can sell. We still have this. That's nice. That'll come in handy for rune crafting. Actually, I just took off my stuff, didn't I? It's kind of silly because I think we're going to need exactly this. Well, this. Wait. Oops. This I don't really know what I'm doing with. I think it's going to be like fire, water, law. I need the normal spellbook, I think. I'm not sure which spellbook it is. One of them has Urania on it. Wesley, your bestie here to slay, says hello. Hey, what's up, dude? I'm trying to figure out what we need. Okay, so it's not Arceus, maybe? Lunar? Lunar seems right. Yeah, Rania. So astral runes and earth runes, actually. Okay. I mean, I guess I get an extra rune anyway, so. Oh, God. Yeah, that's the one, though. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get used to that. We teleport to the start of it. A bank. Do I have rune essence? I do. I mean, that's mostly it. How much money do I have in this? 14 mil? God damn. Drafter says, I want to get back in OSRS, perhaps. I will play this weekend. Oh, shit. Yeah, there's a lot of content here. But I don't know if I can recommend it exactly, but there's definitely a lot of content here. Well, the music is very relaxing. It's so good laying down in my own bed. Clinic bed is a foam mattress. Ouch. I don't know. I don't really have like a type of bed preference or whatever. My bed is probably the best bed, though. I definitely relate to that. Do we want to do anything, or do we want to just get started? I don't even know if I like have everything that I need. I guess we'll find out, though. I need to speak in a Baba Yaga on Lunar Isle in order to use this spell? Did I say speakin'? Okay. Let's go talk to Baba Yaga then, I guess. You know, sometimes I yearn for it. Oh, well, there's mines here. Hello there.
Ah, that Daft Punk Panda. I'm glad to see you've returned. How can I help?
There's a lunar spell I can't use in my spell. Can you help me?
Help you, certainly. It's one I've just rediscovered. I can teach it to you if you like, but you have to listen to a story first.
Okay, I don't mind hearing the story.
Wonderful. Well, I was going through some ancient documents recently, expanding my knowledge of our great ancestors. Actually, I think I'd better go further back so you will understand. You know of our ancient war with the Fremennik that you recently healed?
Of course, I'm a great diplomat, aren't I?
Some diplomat. Did you ever discover why we were at war for so long?
You couldn't see eye to eye about magic or something like that?
Not too far off. It goes deeper than that. The Fremennik were actually the first to discover how to make runes, but there was disagreement within the tribe about the implications of making such powerful objects. Most Fremennik felt like we were stealing power from the gods. They could not see past that to the great things we could do with such power. So we split from them and we became the Moon Clan. Our ancient leader who first discovered the rune essence mine here on the Lunar Isle traveled far and wide searching for more places of power. He and his followers built altars all over Gilidar, which you use today to create runes. And at their height, they made runes. by the Traitful. They had perfected the process and even advanced it, creating altars that could create any type of rune regardless of the crafter's ability. But the strife between the Moon Clan and the Fremennik heightened. The Fremennik had grown strong in body, while our clan had grown strong in mind. They overpowered our tribe, and we retreated to the Lunar Isle, where we have lived ever since. The Fremennik then swept over Gillinor, destroying the altars we had made, in an attempt to remove all trace of magic from the land.
That's all very interesting, but what's it got to do with this spell?
I'm getting to that. The Fremennik were not as thorough as they thought. They destroyed only the entrances to the altars, for the altars themselves were on a different plane, but they were successful in wiping out our ability to create runes. That ability had only recently been rediscovered on the mainland, so I hear. Our people were left isolated on the Lunar Isle, but we used it to our advantage. Our control over magic advanced beyond the need for runes, and all knowledge of the altar locations passed from memory. Fortunately, some runes survived. The manuscript I discovered contained the teleportation spell to an advanced altar called Orania. It's an altar that allows the user, regardless of their rune crafting ability, to craft any type of rune on it. Orania is a powerful altar indeed. What state it is in after so many millennia, I do not know, but it's interesting all the same. So you'll teach me the spell? Certainly. And now you know the teleportation spell. Off with you. Go explore. All right. That's kind of sick, actually, to be honest. I am on the wrong world. I did not know there was that much world building about Orania, but like, there's actually like a lot of reason to like give a shit about this place. Pikachu says, Pandar, I'm finally awake when you stream. Loki, I feel like I remember this. Shit very based of him? Are you okay? Sounded like you just had a stroke a little bit. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, this is the bank. Give me... Okay, so... What? Okay, clearly I clicked on this and it teleported me to my house, but I thought I was interacting with a bank. It's fine though. So deposit this. Root essence. Wait. Also, this. Alright, so lock slot, lock slot. Empty. Why does it say 3? Is that like how big it is, maybe? Like, it's just saying that it's a full-sized colossal pouch? Okay. Here now. Pikachu me says, shit, very based of him. How Pog Rizzler of him to skibidi us that Spellerino. Baba Yaga? That's a lady, sir. Choose a rune to make your payment. Oh. Collect? Okay, so you can talk to him by paying for runes. Now remember these guys being like a problem or whatever. Like this is what you do. You just like kind of run through this place and then you craft here. And then you micro, something like that. And you teleport back. And you do that again. Over and over again. Pretty sure that's what we do here. Oh, God. I kind of see what savage means. Wait, why does it say 2 on it now? Is that when my rune pouch breaks? That's kind of a tragedy. It's also nice that it shows up, but Curses uses before degrades? Yeah, it seems to be that. How did you know? You're a genius. Also, hey, Gare, what's up, dude? I'm trying to learn. I haven't done this before. I just, like, kind of know what's going on. Koya says, yeah, they got a stroke? Who did? Oh, Pika choked me? Sure. Koya says, damn, you got stroke 24/7? Should check with a doctor. Worth the debt? It's not worth the debt. It's not true. It's like a weird... Because I feel like the use this thing doesn't go down every time I use it, though. Pikachu me says, oh, my bad. I wish I had strokes 24/7, if you know what I mean. Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. You alright? A little lively this early in the morning, though. Boy, says, alas, maidenless. True. Pikachu me says, are these real people in this conga line? They were real people, but they might be bots now, if that makes sense. But they are definitely, these guys are player characters, but they might be bots. It's impossible, really, for me to know. It is not ours, the reason... Jesus. I got, like, some extra rune that, like, fucked up my ability to see where the teleport was. Pikachu says, I drank lemon water with honey today. I feel so alive. It's a weird reason to feel alive. I feel like I want this to be, like, in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, kind of similar spatially to where the earth rune is. Okay, so I need to repair it now. So I guess I'm just hoping that in doing this, I'm going to be able to NPC contact. Oh, I ran out of run energy. Somehow I didn't anticipate that. So NPC contact is fine. We want to talk to the Dark Mage. So that he can repair my pouches. Okay. I want to go... So I want a bank, but I also want my run energy. Do I like wear this? So I can go here sometimes. Probably the best place to get my run energy back. Pikachu says, it's such a lovely day to embrace being a boltsman brain in an otherwise dying non-existent universe simulation. Sure. Oh, I didn't bank. Gerst, is there no way to fill the pouch in the bank menu? It looks like you can fill it in the bank menu. Thanks, Ger. Surprise. That does make the micro way easier. Sorry, I've just been doing the fletching experience, and the logging basket doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? I expected this game to be consistent, and that's on me, right? I should not have been such a fool. What the I just get like more and more fucking spells. Maybe I should just like, hold on. Now it'll be consistent where it goes. So we have the teleport and NPC contact, those two. Fuck. One more click there. Whoops. QB saying says you're getting less experience in Guardians of the Rift. Can I fucking learn how to do the new method, please? I've been doing it for like 8 minutes, dog. Like, give me a chance. Like, dude's like, I don't know, man. It doesn't look like a top tier execution to me. It's like, yeah, I know. Like, can I please learn? Like, you can't be amazing right for the jump, man. It takes a second. Like, you're probably not gonna send Inferno your first time walking into fucking moral wreck. It takes a second, man. Damn, give me a chance. Gur says, wait till his run energy runs out. Shit. No, you're right. You're right. So what, like, do you just like go to your house every like 4 runs or something? I mean, it's basically what it's gotta be, right? I'm not gonna lie, the worst part, that's not, oh wait, hold on. I think this way. So I want this to face south. I wish I could left click this to make it, it's fine. Like, yeesh. Do I even like walk back or do I teleport? Gur says he added again. Yeah, no, I might have fucked up. And everyone saw. It's fine. But yeah, I've got these two marked in my mind. What is this? Geomancy? The status of your main farming patches? Okay. It's cool that that exists in the game, I guess. Wait. This also would be fine if I just looked south. Sorry. I'm not used to this. 1 second.
What is this? Is that like the old path or something? Or is there just like a no damage path? If you want to go the no damage path that is obviously much longer. I probably need run energy. Okay, so it would be pretty nice to have the Ring of Endurance. But would I drink? I mean, I could almost definitely drink like in this bank interface. Kind of like blast mining. Like you don't have any stamina potions in your inventory, but you drink out of the bank interface itself. Get a Ring of Endurance. Get some stamina potions. 1 dose. Seems like that might be okay. The damage that you take from this is like whatever. Maybe it'll matter more if I was able to like better utilize my run energy, but Pikachu me says, I forgot this entire game actually has stamina. Yeah. They reworked it fairly recently so that it's like pretty nice nowadays. Like you usually don't run out of stamina unless you're not running like literally non-stop. Like if you're playing the game like normally, like doing some kind of content or whatever, you probably will just like not run out of stamina anymore, especially if you have 99 agility. Do I have stamina potions? Some. Wait, why did it go up so high? That was crazy, but whatever. Something about withdrawing X, maybe? Oh, hey, Saku. What's up, dude? I'm sorry, what did you say? Oh, do I need money? Yeah, because he's gonna give me more. Yeah, I know. He's gonna give me more bottles than I have, so it requires him to use some kind of. He's gonna take the money that it would take to give me the bottles, whatever. There we go. He just doesn't do it directly from the bank. All right, so we got plenty of 1 doses for now. Can't withdraw it with my pouch full, but that's okay. Kind of figured I didn't have a Ring of Endurance. Oh, I guess I do have to charge this as well. How much can this hold? Let's buy some more. I think you get the stamina potions back as well. Okay, so it only holds like 250. It holds 1,000 charges, but that's 1,000 doses, I bet, is what's going on there. Okay. Everybody has hit point cape though. So what are they doing when they run out of run energy? There's got to be something I'm missing. You'd be saying this is the energy transfer spell. The energy transfer spell. You'd be saying this is my bad? What? I don't think you can do that spell while like running or anything. I think you have to like stop in order to do that. Energy transfer. This one? Spend hit points and spec energy. Special attack, I guess. To give another special attack and run energy. Can I use it on myself? It says another. I mean, I'll definitely try it. Like, there's no harm in casting the spell. I just don't have the runes for it at the moment. Yeah, it looks like I can't cast it on myself. I can target, like, that guy. So I don't think so. I mean, right now it looks like the hit point situation is like a meme. Like, I'm like literally just not really taking damage. What does the dream spell do? Take a rest and restore 3 hit points 3 times faster? Fucking... This game is so fucking weird. It's got all kinds of shit that like nobody ever fucking uses. You sort of got an idea of what's going on. But it's going to take a while for us to like settle into the process. Still doesn't feel intuitive, and I don't know if I know everything yet. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I don't know everything quite yet. But we're learning, we're getting there.
PB saying says Arceus spellbook, Vile Vigor. How do I get here then? Don't I need the lunar spellbook to teleport here? What? How does that work? Use my house to teleport to Arania? That can't be right. Spellbook swap? You're out of your fucking mind, dude. You only get 5 of those a day. Just do 5 Arania runs in a day. That's all you need. Just chip away at it over time. Unless you mean like go to my house to swap the spellbook, which at that point it's like I'm already at my fucking house. The spells, but like I still would need to get back to the original spellbook. The spellbook swap is on this, right? Yeah, it's here. But as soon as I cast it to get my run energy, I then can no longer continue doing Arania. Right? Because I can't reset Arania anymore. I have to like leave. And if that's the case, I could have just used any other teleport, like this teleport, and just gotten my run energy that way. It swaps back after casting? Does it? Change to another spellbook for 1 spell cast. Oh, really? Okay. I did not know that that's how it worked. I thought it switched permanently. That's a weird... I mean, it's a lot more useful in that way, but that's crazy. I did not know. That's a weird spell. Use Alter after Vile Vigor. Does it matter what order I use it? How would that make a difference? No, I don't have... Oh. Use Vile Vigor after Alter is maybe what you mean, so that I have the runes? Cuberian says drains prayer points for run energy, then use prayer Alter to restore points. Oh, so not this Alter. You mean the Alter at the top. Okay. Okay. What? Fucking random event guy is just like hanging out here? Okay, so in theory, not that. Arceus. Vile Vigor. I don't have the air runes. Okay. That's just like, it's sort of like RNG, but I can help with that. So I don't need water. Okay. Now I'm back on this spellbook. And I need air, cosmic. I only need a little bit of cosmic. And that's pretty infrequently. Here says the magic cape is the 5 times changes. Yeah, gotcha. Pikachu says we love random event guys. Those guys are fucking terrible. They just take up space. The Undrafted says RNG my favorite. It's a factor here, but I don't think it's actually a very big factor. Undrafted says that's me playing a game that has RNG. Oh, I see. We definitely need law runes, astral runes, and earth runes. Those are the most important. Air for run restoration is
probably more important. But it's hard to say. If I am on top of like drinking stamina potions and stuff, it might not ever matter though, because it seems like I'm running out of run energy very slowly. So I might just be fine if I just ignore that, as long as I'm drinking the potion every now and then. Pikachu Me says, I used to low-key love random event guys because they give free stuff, and then I later learned they were an anti-botting measure, and I felt like my carefree, leisurely free stuff was a facade. To some degree, I understand what you're saying. It doesn't diminish the free shit that you got. But yeah, the problem with them now, in the place in the game that I'm at, is the free shit that they offer isn't worth the time it takes to interact with them, you know? Like, it's literally just not worth the time expense associated with them. Like, I would be better off leaving the free shit that they offer on the ground. Damn, I'm fucking terrible at clicking. Jesus. It would help if I highlighted that, though. QB Stans just says, just leave the sandwich lady and the genie. Yeah, those are the two. Yours says, could also see how bad it is without the bulwark. That should reduce energy a lot. Because it's heavy. It is the heaviest thing that I've got, by far. That's a good point. Okay. Pikachu Me says, you tell him to take that free shit and put it somewhere else? Yeah, kinda. I do interact with a drunken dwarf, though, because he's a friend. He's friend-shaped. If I had that air staff, the dust staff specifically, it would save me 2 runes, which would give me 2 slots, but would help. It's kind of what these guys are doing, so maybe I should get a dust battle staff. Now that I'm not using the bulwark. Makes sense. That's the wrong spell. Just prank called the Dark Mage on accident. Pikachu Me says, D's guys, get it? No. No, I actually don't get it. What? Oh, because I said these guys? I see. I did say these guys. That guy is a DFS. It doesn't look terribly worth it, though, on the reel. Like, I don't feel like I'm taking damage such that it makes a difference. I think I like going without the Din's Bulwark. Oh my fucking god, I need to mark this ladder so fucking bad. Not the tile, the ladder. I can't fucking see anything. It's too hard for me to click that fucking pixel. This is like just barely too far. You could do this whole path in 1 click if it was just a little bit closer. Yours, this could be all right. I mean, you can use the altar and rapid restore too. Like rapid heal, you mean? Curses, I've seriously never done this. Yeah. I don't think that they're reducing my stats, so I don't think I need rapid restore, but rapid heal could help, yeah. Curses, yeah, that one. Yeah, I got you. Oh my god, look at how much easier it is to see where the hitbox is now. Fucking huge. Marking that thing was huge. I could fucking see it. I knew it was over there in that direction, but like, fuck. Dude, what I would give for permanent access to that bank, I would give that guy 10 million gold right now just to have permanent access so I don't have to interact with that fucking interface. Should I speak to him? Maybe that's a thing. He's like, yeah, if you give me 1,000 soul runes. Sure, man, here. Versus buy with trading sticks, I would 100%. No hesitation. Honestly, it really doesn't even matter how expensive the trading sticks are, to be honest. Like, how many trading sticks he wants? Like, sure. I'd like to talk about quick payment deals. Oh, that was a wonderful thing to know. Let me know which rune you would like to set up with quick payment. Very well. Whenever you use my services in the future, I'll take 20 of your lovely earth runes, assuming you have enough, of course. See, this is why we ask, you know? You never know until you ask. Then you ask, and he's like, oh yeah, sure, you can skip that interface. Wait, what if I don't have earth runes because I'm using the staff? Versus you talking to people? You're so right. All right, so I think I still want that dust battle staff. I think I'm going to switch from the construction cape to the agility cape. I think that would be better. I don't think I'm going to need that. If I ever need to go to a bank, I can always go to the Lunar Island or whatever. Moon Clan teleport. It's basically the same. Should I repair it there? I guess it doesn't matter if I delay it now. Now I'm just going to do it with like 5 less, right? So there's no reason not to just repair it as soon as I see it break. Or even anticipate it breaking. Maybe I need some of the runes to repair it. Okay. Tell you what. We go get a dust battle staff. Cosmic. What else did we need? Air, earth. I think there was one other thing, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, I guess I was in a bank, so I could have just got this teleport. In fact, I'm wearing my cape still. I mean, I intend to remove it, but I didn't remove it yet, so I definitely could have just gone where I wanted to go instead of coming here first, but whatever. This is like the weirdest way to get to the GE that I could have done. Of all the various ways I could have gotten here. All right. Is this a real life? Soul runes? Okay. Okay, so now am I fucked? Like, with regards to... No, I should have definitely withdrawn the essence, but that's fine. But am I fucked with regards to, like, opening the bank now? Because I don't have any earth runes, but I have a staff. Does that count? Okay, so no, it does not count. So I want to set that to cosmics, I guess. What else does he have to say, actually? New draft says, can you purchase bonds from the GE with gold? Yes. They cost like 16-ish, 17 million gold or so. Oh gosh, Monkey Boy's got some rice facts for us. It's been a while, Monkey Boy. Also, I noticed that I'm taking a lot more damage suddenly. It's okay, but you know, just as I think I got 10 mil, that's not enough for a bond. I promise you that. Monkey Boy says Riza sativa features two main subspecies, Japonica and Indica. Japonica, a sticky short-grained variety. Second. Japonica was domesticated 13,500 to 8,200 years ago in the Yangtze River Valley and thrives in various environments, mainly submerged in Japan. Indica, a non-sticky, long-grained variety, was domesticated 8,500 to 4,500 years ago around the Ganges and is primarily a lowland rice grown submerged throughout tropical Asia. I didn't know that any of Asia was considered tropical. I guess I kind of knew that in retrospect because some of Japan is like kind of like a tropics environment. What is it like? Osaka or whatever. It's like very warm, like hot often or whatever. There's like the place that's like known for being like really cold, and there's a place that's known for being like pretty hot in Japan. Even though Japan isn't very big, it seems like there's some kind of temperature extreme going on there. Pikachu says palm trees are native to that region. Pikachu says Asia is so tropical, there's literally like the wet season or dry season. I mean, yeah. Like, okay. I'm not claiming to be some kind of like climate expert or whatever. I'm just like a fucking guy. You know what I mean? Like, apologies for not knowing about Japan's weather, I guess. My bad. Somehow I should be more aware of that in some way. Man, you know what I have always sworn is my number one knowledge base is the prevalence of palm trees throughout the world. That's something that I know better than anyone, I think. Gur says, as a Coloradan, it doesn't sound like he's talking about rice. Monkey boy? I think he was talking about rice. Pikachu says, I'm just kind of in awe. I lived on Guam at some point, so I take it for granted. I think that would be common knowledge. Yeah. Do you know what I know about Guam? That it is an American territory. And that it's in the Pacific Ocean, I guess. That's like fucking close to the extent of my knowledge of Guam. That is like very close to the limits of what I know about Guam. I couldn't tell you almost anything else about it. Pikachu says, yeah, they grow coconuts. I didn't know that coconuts grow on palm trees. QB saying says Kmart. What does Kmart have to do with Guam or Japan or tropical environments? Also, I am definitely dying more now than I was a second ago. QB says Guam has one Kmart. I'm sure a lot of places have one Kmart, but maybe that's notable because it's an entire island. Gur says, gotta pray. Nobody's praying. I'm not gonna be the only one fucking praying. Oh, you mean pray this? And like, I'm not gonna have an overhead prayer going, Gur. Like, I'm fucking embarrass myself in front of all these people. Like, these guys don't have prayer on. They probably know what they're doing, right? I'm the only guy who realized that I should be praying some kind of defensive spell. That guy is an agility cape. But yeah, I can see the value of the hit point cape. Which I have. So we can do that. No. Gur says just because the cool kids are doing it. And Gur says, oh, so if they ran into the lava, you'd follow just because the cool kids are doing it? Yes, I probably would. It's like they probably know where they're fucking going. Pikachu says, if I recall correctly, at the point I was in Guam, the Kmart was the only like real recognizable mainland type of store. So like everything else was like a mom and pop's place. Pikachu says, I don't think Guam had a Walmart or Target or anything. It was just that Kmart. QB saying says like Kmart is the main superstore on Guam. All right, so I know why Pikachu knows this. Why do you know this, QB saying? Why do you have this knowledge of Guam? QB saying it's like, I don't know, it's just well-known things about Guam. Don't blame me for not being an idiot. QB Sans has been there for military stuff. I see. That makes sense. I kind of figured like you had been there, right? Either you had been there or somebody you knew had been there. About what it has to be. I'm sorry, that Zamarakian mage is fighting that cave lizard? That's fucking crazy. NPC conflicts? Taku says he's trying to max his attack, man. Leave him alone. He's using magic. He's a Zamarakian mage. He's never going to max attack that way. Gear says, must be on a Slayer task. Saku says, yes, his magic attack. That's not even a stat. You know, it's kind of like a soft stat in a way. Also, he's getting his ass beat, dog. He's not doing so hot. Gear says must be on a Slayer task. What a fucking miserable task. You need to stop taking shit from Konar, dog. If this is where Konar sends you, you gotta do something else, man. How long does this shit last? 30 minutes? God damn. Oh. Fuck. I guess sure. A haiku for Gurren stuff. Maximum effort. Oh, Gerst is about no one taking the long path. Sorry. Also, I ran that whole thing and didn't even do my full reset. Whoops. Why did that happen twice? Why does that keep happening? It doesn't happen every time. It's just sometimes it happens twice, and I just don't understand why. Dude, after says watch out spot, the dinosaur's gonna eat him. That's big challenges. That is a crocodile.
which is kind of like a dinosaur, I guess. In fact, we're probably done with big challenges. He's not really eating. He's not eating good anymore. Pikachu is the last of the dinosaurs, you could say. Sure, I guess. I think that sharks are older than trees. Like, taxonomically, sharks have existed for longer than trees have. Pikachu is the last dinosaur by the pillows, if you will. I don't remember that song. The Pillows are the ones who did the Fully Cooley soundtrack, though. Ride on Shooting Star. Fans of the Pillows are called Little Busters. Not to be confused with the anime Little Busters? Is it called Little Busters? It is, yeah. Which is about I mean, it's about a lot of things, but in theory, it's about a group of kids that decide that they're going to start a baseball team. It's like their after school activity or whatever, but like, that's like not really what it's about. It's just a part of the narrative. Pikachu says, yeah, I'm a little bit of a little buster myself. What the fuck did I just talk to? Oh, is there just a dude there? Yeah, there's definitely a dude there. All right, we got to make sure that we like, that guy is walked there or whatever. I never want to click on that person again. You have to say some might say chickens are dinosaurs. Yeah, I don't know about that one exactly. I sort of hear what you're saying. Like, I don't know. This guy. Oh, Infinity Hider. This guy too. And I doubt that guy's gonna be in the way, but just in case he is. There we go. Hamsters are at least descended from dinosaurs or evolved from, devolved from. Descended from is like fine. But like, as are a lot of things, you know what I mean? I don't know how much it matters. I guess, and like, if they're most common or their most recent common ancestors, dinosaurs, that would have some kind of meaning, I guess, if that makes sense. Not like most recent, but you get what I'm saying. Like, if our common ancestor with chickens are dinosaurs, but like mammals existed back then, so that's definitely not the case. You know what I mean? I guess the thing that's significant is that that's where the, taxonomy diverges in some way. But like, this is why the word fish doesn't mean anything, because there's such a huge different like taxonomical difference between different things that we would consider fish. And I don't just mean like dolphins or mammals or whatever. I mean like a lot of things are like all very different from each other. So like, I don't know. It's one of those kind of like made up
I don't want to say made up. Like, it probably does mean something to someone. It just doesn't feel like it means very much to me, I guess, ultimately. Pikachu says, there was a cover of Ride on Shooting Star that won a cover contest on YouTube. And there's a chick that sings. And I think her friend plays guitar, and they look like the perfect emo couple. And I was always mad jelly of them. That's a wild, like, parasocial existence you got going on. You're like aware of this pair of people because they did a cover of a song, and you're you're jealous of their existence, knowing literally nothing about them. That's actually kind of crazy, but I kind of love it as well. Pikachu says trees are only 420 million years old, whereas some evidence suggests jellyfish could be as old as 700 million years, but they were at least 500 million years old. Trees are a lot more complicated seeming than jellyfish are, to be fair, though, right? Pikachu says, you think the trees, like humanity, ever stopped to question if they too were a plague irreversibly changing the planet when they took over? No. I don't think that trees have cognizance in the way that we do. But they certainly did have a similar dramatic environmental impact, like nearly like, not like destroying the planet or anything like that, but definitely a climate change level impact that like dramatically affected wildlife and shit like that. I'm pretty sure trees like caused their own, like, maybe not on the level of like a great extinction or anything like that, but you get what I'm saying, where like it dramatically affected life as a whole from that point onwards. Not like as a whole. Trees didn't affect the ocean very much. Go figure. But you get what I'm saying, though. Like, it was a dramatic difference in the meta that is, you know, life. Undrafted says fish be swimming. It's true. It's true. Pikachu says she wore the fool shirt. He wore the tool shirt. They look so cute and emo and happy. You can't be emo and happy. Both things can't be true. Don't be ridiculous. Pikachu Okami says, looking for the person to be the fool to my tool. Undrafted says, emo and happy. See? See? Emo really does just mean, like, emotional. So, like, I actually do get where he's coming from. Where it's just like, look. They have a lot of feelings. And you can't understand the feelings that they have. No one understands them. Pikachu says you could be emotionally happy as fuck. Me? No. Someone could, I guess. Your doctor says I'm only physically happy. That is a weird thing to say. Like, it's specifying emotionally happy is kind of interesting. It's like, what do you mean by as opposed to what exactly? Versus be happy streamer guy. Never have I wanted to end stream so much. Oh, I don't know what the plan is today. So Kat and Zeph, we normally play EDF6 with them on Saturday, along with Delta, of course. But they're busy today. Kat and Zeph are. Delta, I don't believe is, but I'm not sure. He hasn't gotten back to me. So we might do something else today. We might just like, it might just be canceled. Stream's canceled. Oh, fuck. I run energy. Oh, fuck. I'm out of prayer. It's fine. It's worth. QB saying says 24-hour rune crafting stream. I could definitely do something like that, but I would stand to gain extremely little from it. Like, even if I did do that, like, it would not be a substantial, like, difference in the amount of, like, rune crafting experience that we need. Now, why did I want to come here? I can get prayer from the thing. Health. I felt like I should stop for a second, but I don't have a really good reason why. I just teleported to where I was. That was weird. I guess I can just go here. I went here to go to a bank, but I can just go here and then just go to the bank normally and just drop this off. Here says, I'm starting to think you just really like the Lunar Isle. I felt like I needed to like reset somehow, like in a way that I wasn't normally resetting, but I'm not sure what exactly was the problem. All right, so this time when I bank, we're gonna have to repair the thing. Did the music die, by the way? I don't think so. I think it's just quiet. Yeah, it's just quiet. Yeah, maybe the crystal shields I don't think the Din's Bulwark is worth it regardless. I think I'd rather have this staff in hand. There's a world where you just use like a Tome of Earth though. But like, you kind of do need air runes too. Where the fuck am I going? Sir? So we found out a few things. We've mostly learned the methodology. We've kind of learned the camera angle that we want. Praying regen is helpful. That seemed like it wasn't enough inventory rotations. Weird. We have the Ring of Endurance now. There's a world where like we wear a necklace of some kind. Oh, hold on. Make sure Delta can join. Got. Actually, he can join already. He's fine, but. He was fine just because I forgot something else, but It worked out. But yeah, we could do like a necklace slot for the defensive stats. We could do this for the prayer bonus. We could do something in the shield slot as well. Here says, I was thinking about that, but didn't know which was best. Maybe just a defense one? Yeah, I think so. Saku says Fury has defense. Yeah, I think Fury and Bone Crusher are the same defensively or something like that. But yeah, I'm thinking Bone Crusher and Rada's Blessing for maximum prayer, because it also gives defensive stats, and that'll be fine. I don't know if there's a difference between them, but I don't think I have a Fury, to be honest. I think Fury and Bone Crusher were so virtually identical that I just fully got rid of the Fury just to use the Bone Crusher instead. Saku says Rada is the only a prayer bonus. It's true, but it's also a different slot, so there's nothing else you can do with that slot, I don't think. It's a little bit of defense, but not very much. The Fury might be a little more, like 3 or something. Just the Ring of Suffering. That would be a pretty significant amount of defense bonus, but then I'd have to give up the Ring of Endurance, and there's no way that's worth it. I don't have a Crystal Shield. Which might be worth getting. I don't know what other shields we've got to choose from. Saku's just a Spirit Shield. The Blessed Spirit Shield. Does it have some kind of like functionality that I'm not aware of? Saber says, I'm not going to say that I'm Batman or anything, but what I'm going to say is nobody's ever seen me and Batman in the same room, in the same place at the same time. It's true. New Draft has an emote that says solid 6 out of 10. I'm really impressed that the emote reads as well as it does. That's the most text I've seen in an emote that is like fully readable. That's an excellent fucking emote. How did they make it so readable? That's crazy. I've seen emotes with like literally that are just like one word that are impossible to read, but that emote is fantastic. How? It's fucking magic. Saku says it's defensive and is less of a hassle to maintain than the Crystal Shield. Okay. So it just doesn't have charges, basically. Yeah, shields in this game are a bit of a blind spot for me. I know that there's like other better shields, but a lot of the better shields are like gonna be either way more expensive, but also probably way heavier. I'm thinking the Crystal Shield's a light shield, and the Blessed Spirit Shield is probably pretty light too. And I think our ability to run is generally more important than the defensive properties of the shield. You know what I mean? Generally. Because I have the Din's Bulwark, right? If I actually cared about that, but I don't think I do. Okay, if I wanted to go to the GE, this is probably how I would get there. Weight +2, huge defensive bonuses. Not so much against magic, but that's okay.
Joke Me says, is this Christmas music? Yeah, the Christmas music remix. There's a lot of stuff like that in this game. It's called Jungle Bells. It's from some Christmas event in the past. Saber says, Sav's Daily Motion? I don't know what that is. Sav's Daily Motion quote. Savior says, if you think you're... Oh, maybe he's saying Sav as in Savior, meaning referring to himself. Regardless, Savior saying, if you think you're too small and insignificant to be effective, try being in the dark with a mosquito. Everyone have a good day. I fucking hate mosquitoes, man. Rotten bastards, man. Go out of my way to kill those fuckers. Fucking hate mosquitoes. Way more than most bugs. Like, I don't like spiders, but if I see a spider, I probably want to let it live and just do what it's doing. Saber says the look of genuine confusion. No, I understood what you were trying to say. That part wasn't lost on me. Ow, fuck. It's just, I didn't really have anything to add to that, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't able, I felt like you said enough. So it's like, I don't know. I was just thinking about how much I didn't like mosquitoes mostly. God, I'm so fucking tired too. I don't know what's going on. It's like I went to sleep at like 4 a.m. or something. I did enjoy that white sauce pizza though. It was pretty good. It was the first time I had a white sauce pizza that ended up okay. It was like a white sauce flatbread, thin dough, whatever, a thinner pizza with I think it had spinach and chicken on it. I think it was pretty good. Kira says with chicken, yeah, it had chicken on it. Kira says, hell yeah, yeah, it was pretty okay. I think it tasted very similar to some other ones that I've had, so I feel like I want to try those other ones again. That back in college, there was this pizza place that was my very favorite pizza place of all time. I mean, it still is, I suppose, to be honest. It's the best pizza I've ever had. And they had a white sauce pizza that I fucking hated. And I just couldn't believe that I hated that pizza so much. It was like one of the first pizzas I ever had that I just like straight up threw away. I was like, I will not force myself to eat this. But it came from, again, the place that I like loved the most as far as pizza places go. So I like didn't fucking believe it. So I like ordered it again and I threw it away again. I was like, oh my God, this thing is like not even food. What the fuck? But even now, I think about that pizza and I'm like, I don't believe it. I want to try it again. Kiwi saying, does college pizza shop hit different?
Something like that. I don't know if it was because of the college. I know that people in the college also like that place generally, but dude, what a fucking banger place, man. I think about that place pretty often too. I still can remember like the texture, you know, the flavor experience. Like that was a fucking bomb ass pizza, dude. And I'm probably never going to have that pizza again because I am nowhere near where that college is. And I'm not going to visit just for that. I could, right? I'm a fucking adult. I can do what I want, but I'm not gonna. It's crazy to think. I never really thought about that, but like being an adult, I could just like get on a plane and fly wherever the fuck I want to go and just be somewhere for a while. Like I got no obligations. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I could just like, you know what? We're gonna go to fucking Miami, okay? And then now we're gonna fucking eat lunch in Chicago. You know what I mean? Like, no one cares. Like, it's fine. I can absolutely do that. Oh, it took all of my prayer. I see. That's fine. We'll get it back. Yeah, QB saying knows what's up. Thanks for the help. Question, where's the music? No, I was about to recover health, but I canceled it. Whoops. I guess I should check when Arania's or when the altar's good. I guess I can't really check on this stretch. Maybe I can. But like if I take damage or whatever, right? 4 days? Okay. I think I prefer not being able to see the other people. I think that's part of the reason why I end up like confused and walking past the bank, because I can't tell that the bank is there. We're starting to improve a little bit. Our rate went up a little bit. We could probably reset this to like get a better idea of what we're doing now. But it's obviously not great. It was never going to be great though, to be honest. All we can do is our best. I hate that misclick, but fine. Wait, if there are Zamarakians here, right? And this was a Lunar Isle location, right? Like they're the ones who built this or whatever. That means the Zamarakians are like newer than the Lunar Isle residents, right? Because the Lunar Isle residents only aren't here because of the Fremeniks. The war with the Fremeniks had nothing to do with the Zamarakians, right? So that means that these Zamarakians must have either pushed out the Fremeniks that otherwise would have occupied this place, or otherwise, after pushing out the Lunarians, the Fremeniks just abandoned this place and the Zamarakians just like took it over. It's kind of interesting. This does seem like a case where, like, if I wore a Zamarakian something, I feel like they should stop attacking me. Right? Like faction gear. That mechanic that only matters for like 3 places. We need a lot more essence. Holy shit. I don't know how much essence I purchased or how I ended up with the essence that I have. Maybe I didn't purchase any of it. Maybe that's just how much essence I had from Temporos or some random shit. But I need way fucking more than I've got. Yeah, the health is definitely a concern. Not a huge concern, but it is something. I wonder if there's a world where the graceful boots and gloves that I'm wearing should be replaced with something else that are like way better defensively. I don't know how much the graceful I'm wearing matters, you know? Because it's not like I'm particularly heavy. I mean, how much does this stuff weigh? Oh, like nothing. Yeah. And my overall weight is 1 kilogram. So that means that the gloves and boots are like basically taking me down to 0. Negative is not a thing. 0 is basically where you want to be. So it probably does matter. Delta says I'm here. Are you though? All right. Can I just log out here? I think so.